So guys, here we are, MMA UK News, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So back to talking about grappling then. So obviously we're going to be going to Grapplekings 8. So Grapplekings 8 is going to be on July 23rd. So it's going to be Scotland, England, should I say, versus Wales. So we're going to see some of the top grapplers coming from all over England and Wales, and they're going to be coming head to head on the 23rd of July, with the winner going through and facing Ireland, I believe, in November for a later Grapplekings event. So promised to be a great event already. I mean, Adrian and the guys at Grapplekings have already been announcing matchups, and some of the matchups look absolutely awesome. So it's already planning to be a fantastic card. Now, my next guest is going to be on the show that night. So Simon Squires, coming out of South Morton Boxing Club with Performance Jiu-Jitsu. So Simon, a black belt under Tom Barlow, and I believe I had it just a second ago. So Chelsea Leah. So obviously a black belt, got his black belt recently as well. So I believe, was it tail end of last year, Simon?
November, yeah.
November, yeah. So obviously when we spoke the last time, he was a brown belt, so he's now achieved that black belt status, so which everybody looks for. So he's going to be up against another top black belt. So obviously Chris Rees from obviously Wales. So it's going to be England versus Wales. So two top grapplers going to go head to head 23rd of July. So so Simon, listen, absolute pleasure, buddy, to have you on.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure talking to you. Yeah, it's always. I know we spoke the last time at length during the lockdown, and which was a bit of a horrible situation we were in. I mean, not a lot of training was getting done, unfortunately, and I mean, a lot of people didn't know what was going to happen with gyms when they did open and stuff like that.
No, it was stressful, I think, for everybody. I think gym owners mainly, and not knowing it was going to open like later on that year or the following year, and if they open up, what would be the restrictions, and like no one, just up in the air really. No one knew anything really. So, but thankfully everything's back to normal and everyone's enjoying their training.
Yeah. Now we've got monkeypox to deal with.
Oh yeah.
So we had COVID. Now we've got monkeypox. But I mean, I'd say there's no real issues now. I mean, obviously, COVID, obviously, it's still kicking about. Obviously, still people are still getting it. But in regards to training and stuff like that, I mean, we're all back. We're all training. We're all out competing and stuff like that as well. So it's
nice
good times.
Yeah, it's nice to see everybody back competing, doing all the shows again, and having doing what they enjoy. Really, it's great.
Yeah, definitely. And what about you then, training wise? So obviously, I know that you've had a busy while. Obviously, the gym's getting busier. You've had obviously a few visitors, a few seminars. Ashley Williams and so on.
We've had Ashley down. We've had Tom and Chelsea down like 3 or 4 times now. So they come down like every 6 to 8 weeks, roughly. So, and then I've had Ashley down. We've had Dan Strauss down as well. So we've had a lot of the guys down. Yeah, so it's good. So yeah,
it's good as well. I mean, that's it. I mean, you're talking about top level people as well. Obviously, Ash, obviously going to be going to the trials in September. So obviously, good luck to Ash. And then obviously we know Tom and Chelsea, 2 unbelievable grapplers, and then Dan Strauss. Throw Dan Strauss in there as well. Again, another one of the top grapplers coming out of the UK.
Yeah, no, it's good. So it's like just trying to get some few different people in and just like different techniques and stuff. And obviously Tom and Chelsea deal with the gi stuff of it. So I thought I'd get some different people in to do the no gi. So like Dan and Ash, it's been great for the guys, I think.
Yeah. They learn a lot as well. I mean, as I said, obviously they learn a lot from you. Obviously their technique and so on is unbelievable what you show. But obviously having these guys coming in, certainly for your people, because I know that your students are all out competing and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. So I've always got them. I'd say at least once a month. I've always got at least 8 to 9 students competing. So if not a bit more, obviously jiu-jitsu or the MMA as well. So it's busy on and off sort of thing. Yeah.
Definitely. And what about your training then? So how do you, because obviously I know you're teaching a lot,
Yeah.
so how do you manage to get your own training in, certainly with competitions and so on?
I just train with the guys really. It's just Tom and Chad's been great. They give me some like what to work on, what not to work on, really, what to like do in my training sort of thing. So even if they're lower bouts, it doesn't really matter. I can sort of like still get that training in. It's just ripping it out really and just working on what I need to work on at the moment. None of my guys like me at the moment, so I've been spending I spent probably about 3 months doing arm bars from anywhere. You know, if they were rolling over, I'd arm bar them. If they were on my back, I'd arm bar them. Wherever I can get an arm bar from, I was just working on that all the time. And now for the last 8 weeks, just wrist locking everyone at the moment. So it's like they grab my collar and wrist lock you. Yeah. They're like, man, that's like 3 seconds you've wrist locked me. I went, yeah, I know. It's great. Yeah. But yeah, they're getting a bit annoyed by it now. But give it another week or so, and I'll probably move on to another little area that I need to work on. But yeah.
That's what it's all about, though, is it? It's about because what was it? Was it Bruce Lee said, "Never fear the guy that knows 1,000 moves, but the guy that knows one move and has done it 1,000 times."
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just I think like I try and get my guys to think as well. It's like if you got a technique, just think of like what you need to do. Like one of my guys at the competition, he said, "I'm rubbish at doing sweeps." I said, "Okay, in the gym, just keep working on those sweeps all the time and nothing else. You know, don't go back to." Some people have that habit of they try a sweep or they try something, it's not working, go back to their old habits, and they before you know, that's 6 months gone where they've wasted their training. Where it just doesn't matter in the gym, just keep doing it. If you get submitted or rolled over again, just keep going, keep going. You'll end up with a better arsenal of attacks and a lot more knowledge on it as well. So that's what we're like doing at the moment.
That's the thing. I think we're certainly with my training. My training's obviously all over the place just now. But what I do is what I did in the early days was I focused on things that I was good at. Right. So things for me, obviously being a smaller, stockier person, was top game. So pass and guard. And then what I done is I just worked on guard pass, and kept doing the same guard pass all the time. And I would pass the same way. And every time I rolled with someone, they knew what I was going to do, but they could never stop it because, as I said, I just practice it. And then, but obviously now, as I've got older, purple belt, I've forgotten that was important, doing the same thing over and over again. And my coach is always saying to me, like, "Stuart, do you know what I mean? You're good at this. Do this, keep doing that, keep doing that." Do you know what I mean? And then obviously know the other things, but find the thing that you're strong at and then just keep hitting it over and over and over again.
Getting like different ways of doing it. Because you'll come up with that, you'll come up with different training partners that will cause you a slight little problem with each different thing. And then you have to work that little problem out and then put that to work and then sort that out.
Definitely. I think that's what a lot of people forget. Because obviously that kind of stuff that was like basic stuff, being able to doing the same move, keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and that was basic. That was one of the first things we learned when we come into jiu-jitsu. So I think a lot of people forget that now, obviously as they go up higher into the belt. So it's quite good that you still, do you know what I mean? You'll do the same move and then keep doing it and then move on to something different.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like I spend a lot of time with my guys doing like maybe working guard retention, or guard sweeps, then being on top and actually staying on top, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like I don't really spend a lot of time with them doing a lot of different escapes because I don't want them getting in that situation where they feel it's okay to be in that situation. They have to work before it gets into that situation, if that makes sense. And then they just work on the guard retention and all the other stuff.
No, definitely. And then what about you then? So obviously Grapplekings 8 then. So obviously got the call up for Team England. So how did you find out about that, Simon?
One of the guys I used to train with just like mentioned it to me about it. Said that Neil Atkins was like putting like a team together and you know, ask him see if there's any space or see if he could get you matched up in that. So I sort of like nagged him a little bit. I said, like, he said, yeah, leave it with me. We'll sort out your name's in the mix. We just got to like go through the matches that we're doing it and we'll see what happens. And then probably about a month ago, he messaged me and said, yeah, I've got you one, Chris Rees. And I was like, oh my, okay, right. Because obviously he's a very high level guy. He was Ash Williams' coach. He actually got his black belt the same day Tom Barlow got his black belt, so 10 years ago. So it's going to be very tough, but it's challenging, and there's definitely something I'm going to learn from it. So, and then be able to pass it on to my students. So, looking forward to it, and it's going to be really good. And obviously, all the other guys that are on it, you've got Jay Butler, you've got Ash, you've got Josh, you've got loads of other guys on there. So it's going to be a really, really good show.
Yeah. It's already promising to be a fantastic show. Obviously, they're announcing matchups day by day, and every time they add a match on, it's always another fantastic match. So, and obviously the you and the Chris match, it's going to be an awesome match.
Coach and coach, really.
But again, Chris, obviously, as you said, a top grappler, coming out of Wales, and do you know what I mean? Definitely one of the highly respected coaches coming out of Wales as well. And obviously, similar to yourself, obviously a very, very highly respected coach as well, with an extensive experience in not just jiu-jitsu, but kind of all martial arts as well.
So because I know Chris has coached some of the guys, doesn't he, from the UFC. He's got a fantastic looking gym, and it's a great gym over there. And I know it's going to be a very tough grapple match, but it's one I'm happy. I'm looking forward to.
Definitely. And then what we're going to see from you then, or even the team going forward for the rest of 2022, Simon?
What, for my team? So we're looking at doing some more competitions. I've got grappling injuries coming up. We've got probably the British No Gear. They'll be coming up. All Stars as well. We're looking at, obviously, we got third in the team trophy last August. So that'd be quite nice to try and maybe get second or first this time in one of the team events, which was quite good. Got some guys getting ready for the MMA fight. So they'll be fighting on Rage on September the 3rd as well. So, getting quite busy at sort of thing. And then I'm sort of in the middle of just maybe overseeing another gym as well. So
nice.
Another gym coming underneath me sort of thing. So helping them out with their jiu-jitsu as well. So that's just in the work sort of thing. So we're just sort of working out at the moment. So
yeah. Definitely a busy man, Simon. A lot different from the last time we spoke.
Tiddling around, not doing nothing. So we have nothing to do really. So
I remember the last time we spoke. I mean, you were in the process of, because obviously the gym was shut. You were in the process of looking at extending and stuff like that, which obviously you've managed to do as well.
So we've done all that. Extended it all now. So we've got 2 matted areas. We are thinking about extending it, making it all completely one level. So it'd be just over 30 meters long of matted area, which is quite big, really. We're just having some new flooring ordered and being delivered within the next 3 to 4 weeks. So we're going to put all new flooring down on the older side as well now. So that just needs replacing, really. And it's just just keep going forward, really, and just keep moving forward. Getting more and more people joining us now. It's probably each month, you're talking probably about 4 to 5 new students coming in each month. And then when I look at my list, because obviously I check it for tags and bouts and stuff like that for when Tom comes down in July. Because obviously I've got a seminar I'm teaching on the 2nd of July over in Northampton. Then I'm doing the IBJJF on the 9th and 10th of July. And then I'm doing Grapple Fest on the 23rd of July. So, and then in between that, we've got Tom and Charles come down and doing a BJJ summer camp, so 2 hours gi, 2 hours no gi, and a barbecue in between. So quite busy July for me. When you look at the list and stuff it's when I said to the guys, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking in 5 to 6 years we're going to end up with maybe 10 to 15 black belts and maybe 20 brown belts. And I've already got and then blue belts, I've got 38 blue belts. So those blue belts are going to be going on to purple to brown. It's scary in the next 5 years how big that will become, that club. So
Nah, listen, I'm over the moon for you because, as I said, I know when we spoke, it was a horrible time we were in the last time. So, and I knew obviously the plans you had. Obviously, when we spoke, the plans you put in place, and obviously it's all coming exactly as you wanted it to. So, so definitely over the moon for you. You mentioned seminars as well. So anybody that wants to get a seminar, whether it be jiu-jitsu or even MMA, how do they get in contact with you, Simon?
I'm on I've got a Performance Jiu-Jitsu Instagram page. I've got my own page as well, my Instagram, my Facebook page. They can just it's got my phone number on there. It's got my email address, and they can just ping me a message, and I can get in contact with them straight away.
Yeah. I'd say some great seminars as well. So obviously, if you go into like the South Morton Boxing Club, you can go into the Performance Jiu-Jitsu side, and then what it does, it gives you a kind of brief description of Simon and just a full breakdown, and it gives you example seminar as well. So what would be covered and how long it would be, whether it be 1 to 3 hours, depending on what the person needs. And
On like, because you get different clothes with different levels, don't you? Some are like white to blue, some are like blue, white, blue, purple. So I just tailor made into, for them really what they want.
Yeah, definitely. And then obviously just a quick comment coming in. So obviously Aaron East just saying the bout between you and Chris is definitely going to be a great bout for both party students. So obviously your students are definitely going to enjoy it as well for both sides.
Yeah, so there's quite a few of my students go in, and obviously Chris will bring quite a big, massive crowd, being Wales as well, being Ash as well, and Josh and that. So it'd be a great, great atmosphere with everyone. I think everyone's looking forward to the atmosphere in it. So it's going to be great.
Definitely. And then final thing for you then, Simon. So obviously anybody you want to shout out to. So
so just like all my students, John the owner as well, Tom and Charles have been 100% behind me and backing me with everything, not just me, but my students, and growing the academy as well. Also, Ainsley Fry, he does my strength conditioning at Greco. You can always look them up as well. He got over 20 years experience working with the GB judo team as well. And also Brains Supplements, they've been going to sponsor me as well for the next 8 to 9 weeks as well. So they've got a Facebook page, so check them out as well. They've got some awesome supplements as well.
Definitely. So there we go, guys. We're going to have Simon Squires then up against Chris Rees. Team England versus Team Wales. Now, ticket availability, head over to Grapplekings Jiu-Jitsu tournament page on Facebook. Go through their link, it's Ticket Source, and you'll be able to get your tickets directly from them. It's on Flow Grappling as well. So obviously they had it on Flow Grappling the last time. So obviously they're always on Flow Grappling. So it's going to be live on there as well. Anybody that wants to watch it on Flow Grappling, head over to Flow Grappling and you'll be able to get their subscription directly from them. Anybody that's in grappling, they know the deal when it comes to Flow Grappling. So make sure.
It's going to be a good night.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a great night. So Simon, listen, always a pleasure, buddy. Thank you very much again. No, listen, thanks again for coming on, buddy. I know you're jumping off now. You've got a class starting at 6 o'clock.
I've got 1-to-1 to do first, and I've got 2 classes straight after each other, and then back in again at 6 tomorrow morning for some more classes.
Listen. Absolutely love it though, Asdale. I'm over the moon for you, Asdale. I'm glad everything's working out as it should be for you, buddy. All right. But listen, I'll see you at the venue on the 23rd of July. So I'll be down there commentating. So I've got a lot of good words to say about you when I'm commentating, Simon.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me, Tommy.
Thanks again, buddy.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.